This is a dream, Melinda, just a mirage, so they say.
Hello, and welcome to Popcorn News, something to watch while you eat popcorn. Do not try to comprehend it all. Nay, just eat the popcorn. The year was 2007. The month was July. July 2007. National Institute of Standards and Technology was investigating the destruction of World Trade Center Building 7 on 9/11, September 11, 2001. Evidence increasingly pointed to a controlled demolition having brought down Building 7. There was fear for Obama's safety after knife arrest. There were growing fears about threats to kill the man hoping to become America's first black president. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama both battled to win their party's presidential nomination. In Davenport, Iowa, on July 8th, police were investigating a break-in at Obama's headquarters there. Campaign workers said 2 laptop computers and some campaign literature were taken from the office. Fears that these could be the final days were expressed by Benjamin Anastas, writing for the New York Times Magazine. Jose Arguelles, author of a number of esoteric books about the Mayan cosmos, had experienced telepathically received prophecies. A quote, wave harmonic of history, end quote, was quote, set to culminate in 2012. The world is facing an oil supply crunch within 5 years. So within 5 years would be by 2012. This was warned by the International Energy Agency. Lawrence Eagles, head of the agency's oil market division, told Financial Times, if we get to the point where there is insufficient supply, the only way to balance the market will be through higher prices and a drop in demand. Times like these demand action, stated Al Gore, organizer of Live Earth USA, designed to combat an alleged climate crisis issue. Primatologist Jane Goodall offered a greeting in chimpanzee language before saying, quote, up in the north, the ice is melting. What will it take to melt the ice in the human heart? Alleged DC Madam Deborah Jean Palfrey had 46 pounds of phone records released. Thereupon, Senator David Vitter of Louisiana said in a statement that he had committed, quote, a very serious sin, end quote. Palfrey operated Pamela Martin and Associates, an escort service that she said was a legitimate business, offering sexual fantasies, but which federal prosecutors contended was a prostitution ring. Homeland Security Chief Michael Chertoff warned that the nation faced a heightened chance of attack that summer of 2007. Summertime seems to be appealing to them, Chertoff said, of Al-Qaeda. They used to be the boogeyman before ISIS came along. But the next day, Chertoff downplayed the comments he had made. It had all been just a gut feeling, said Chertoff. But, asked Representative Benny Thompson, what color code in the Homeland Security Advisory System is associated with a gut feeling? A Mexican court ruled on Thursday, July 12, 2007, that the Tlatelolco massacre of October 2, 1968 had been genocide. Mexican government officials had plotted to exterminate demonstrators, ruled the court. However, former President Luis Echeverria was cleared of involvement. The Harry Potter craze seemed to be at long last ending with the release of the 7th volume, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, at midnight, July 21st. But there was bad news on the Harry Potter front, because despite all the ballyhoo, a national study was to find that not even Harry Potter had stemmed a decline in adolescent reading. People said, children are reading again. All hail Harry Potter. But lots of kids were reading only Harry Potter. A man rented a tuxedo in Colorado and told the clerk, today is the day he will reign and the emperor is coming. This worried the clerk because the man was carrying a gun when he rented the tuxedo. Was that man the same tuxedo-wearing man who later rushed Governor Bill Ritter's first-floor office, claiming to be, quote, the emperor, and saying he was, quote, here to take over the state? It was revealed that the Pentagon had secretly ordered a report on ways to extend the Iraq War long into the future with the help of Madison Avenue marketing techniques. Now available for the public to read, reported Jerry Feldman for the Huffington Post on July 21, 2007, was a report titled Enlisting Madison Avenue, the Marketing Approach to Earning Popular Support in Theaters of Operation. The tired brand identity of the entire U.S. military needed to be reinvented, it was argued. After the events of September 11, 2001, 911, Pat Tillman forsook a promising football career and enlisted. Tragically, Tillman later died in Afghanistan. On July 27th, the New York Daily News reported that, quote, Pat Tillman's family yesterday ripped the Army's latest investigation of the pro football star's friendly fire death in Afghanistan as a sham meant to protect higher-ups, end quote. Tillman, it turns out, had not been killed in combat in April 2004, but had died due to friendly fire. Tillman had been posthumously awarded a Silver Star. Was Pat Tillman, in fact, murdered by his fellow soldiers? That was the speculation offered by Thomas Hansen in the Miami Poetry Review of July 27, 2007. Quote, 3 bullet holes in extremely close proximity in Pat Tillman's forehead led Army doctors to suggest that an investigation into the death of the Army Ranger was warranted. Those doctors clearly suggested that what took place in Afghanistan in 2004 could have amounted to out-and-out murder. Was Tillman disliked by fellow soldiers? Tillman reportedly snapped at a panicked comrade under fire to shut up and stop sniveling just prior to Tillman being killed. Quote, Tillman's mother, Mary Tillman, has believed for some time that her son was deliberately killed. Meanwhile, sightings of a mysterious giant bird continued in San Antonio, Texas. This thing's all feathers, all black, much bigger than me. It looked at us. It had very stooped up shoulders, said Guadalupe Cantu III. Joe Conger of Ken's 5 Eyewitness News in San Antonio reported on or about July 28, 2007, that San Antonio's Ken Gerhard has written a book on these dark birds as big as planes with wingspans from 15 to 20 feet. Said Gerhard, what's interesting is that the reports of these giant raptor-like birds do continue into modern times. Gerhard theorized that the giant bird of San Antonio could be a pterotorn, a surviving ancestor of modern condors and vultures. The pterotorn lived up until 6,000 years ago in parts of North America and may still survive.
That you know me a dream, Linda, gone when the dawn gleams through. You and I know that long ago, before